Hello everyone, myself Triveni, Assistant Professor at Raghavendra Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Raipur. Watch this video from first to end to extract the maximum information. In this video, I am going to explain introduction, classification of the structures and uses of adrenergic drugs, also known as sympathomimetic agents. If you like this video, subscribe this channel, like and share to your friends. In this video, specially I am going to explain introduction to the autonomic nervous system, classification of the sympathomimetic drugs and their structures along with uses. Coming to the autonomic nervous system, ANS controls the different types of the glands like kidney, liver, sebaceous glands, etc. And it also controls smooth muscles of the blood vessels and respiratory system, GIT and urinary tract, and also controls cardiac muscle. Autonomic nervous system, that is ANS, it is a part of the nervous system that regulate the activities of the internal organs. Autonomic nervous system is involuntary in nature. It is classified into majorly two types: sympathetic nervous system, that is SNS, parasympathetic nervous system, PSNS. In situations like whenever we are facing a dangerous situations or doing a physical activities, at the time ANS activates the sympathetic nervous system to mobilize the actions. It results contraction of the blood vessel. It results increases the blood pressure and increases the heart rate. Finally, it increases the cardiac output and it dilates the pupil. It increases the respiration rate, releases the stored energy in terms of the glucose. It inhibits the peristaltic movements in GIT, thereby decreases the digestion and urination. In other hand, the condition like ordinary situations, at the time parasympathetic nervous system will be activated. It results dilation of the blood vessels. That means the blood pressure will be decreased drastically. It decreases the heart rate and decreases the respiration rate also, and it stimulates the digestion and removes the waste, and urinary output will be increased, and it stores the energy in terms of the glucose. Sympathetic system activation gives the fight or flight response, whereas parasympathetic system will be activated during rest and digest. Next, coming to the classification of the sympathomimetic agents. Classification of sympathetic drugs along with IUPAC names, I already uploaded a video in YouTube channel. You can check the link in description box. These are classified into three types majorly: direct acting agents, indirect acting agents, and agents with mixed mechanism. Endogenous catecholamines like norepinephrine, epinephrine, dopamine, alpha-1 receptor adrenergic agonist agents phenylephrine, nafazoline, oxymetazoline, xylometazoline, alpha-2 receptor adrenergic agonist agents like methyl dopaclonidine, beta receptor adrenergic agonist agents isoproterenol, terbutalin, salbutamol, bitalterol, alpha-beta receptor adrenergic agonist, example dobutamine, indirect acting agents hydroxyamphetamine, pseudoephedrine, propylexedrine, mixed mechanism agents or ephedrine, metarminol. Coming to the structure and uses of the norepinephrine. Norepinephrine, also known as noradrenaline, this is a principal neurotransmitter in adrenergic nervous system. It differs from dopamine only by the addition of one hydroxyl substituent at beta carbon atom. Like dopamine, it is a polar and rapidly metabolized by the both COMT and MAO enzymes. It results poor bioavailability and short duration of action. And norepinephrine directly stimulates the adrenergic receptors. Stimulation of the alpha adrenergic receptor, it causes the vasoconstriction of the radial smooth muscle of the iris, arteries, arterioles, veins and urinary bladder. And stimulation of the beta 1 adrenergic receptor, it increases the myocardial contractility, heart rate, automaticity and atrioventricular conduction. Stimulation of beta 2 adrenergic receptor, it causes the branchiolar and vascular smooth muscle dilation. Next, coming to uses of the epinephrine. Epinephrine, also known as adrenaline, it differs from the norepinephrine by the addition of the N-methyl substitution at this end. Like norepinephrine, it lacks the oral activity and has short duration of the action. Why? Because these are easily metabolized by the COMT and MAO enzymes. It is much more widely used clinically than the norepinephrine, also used in inhibiting the uterine contractions. Epinephrine is a potent stimulant of the all alpha 1, alpha 2, beta 1, beta 2, beta 3 adrenoreceptors. It is a very potent vasoconstrictor and cardiac stimulant, so use it to stimulate the heart in cardiac arrest. Epinephrine has the ability to stimulate the beta 2 receptors. It has led to its use by injection and by inhalation to relax the branchial smooth muscle in asthma. Epinephrine has alpha activity to treat hypotensive crises and nasal congestion, to enhance the activity of local anesthetics and as a constrictor in hemorrhage. Epinephrine also used in the treatment of open angle glaucoma. It reduces the intraocular pressure by increasing the rate of outflow of aqueous humor from the anterior chamber of the eye. Next, coming to the drug dopamine. This is the structure of the dopamine. It is an immediate precursor of the norepinephrine. It contains the catechol moiety and primary amine. Dopamine is a monoamine compound with positive inotropic activity. It differs from norepinephrine in lack of one hydroxyl group. It is used intravenously in the treatment of shock. Dopamine increases the heart rate and forces of the contraction, thereby increases the cardiac output. Dopamine having the ability to stimulate the alpha 1 receptors, it results on the vascular smooth muscle. It causes the vasoconstriction. It results and increases the systemic vascular resistance. Stimulation of dopaminergic receptors, it results renal blood vessel dilation. Finally, it causes an increase in glomerular filtration rate, renal blood flow and sodium excretion and increases the urine output. Next drug is phenylephrine. This is the structure of the phenylephrine. It differs from epinephrine only lack of the para-hydroxyl group. It is orally active. Duration of the action is twice that of the epinephrine because lack of the catechol moiety, but it is less potent than the epinephrine and norepinephrine. The phenylephrine, it is a selective alpha 1 agonist and potent vasoconstrictor. It is used in the treatment of severe hypotension. Also used as a nasal decongestant. When it is applied to mucous membranes, it reduces the congestion and swelling by constricting the blood vessels of the membranes. It also works in the eye, used to dilate the pupil. Thereby, it is helpful in the treatment of open angle glaucoma. Also used as a spinal anesthetic agent to increase the anesthesia. This is also helpful for the prevention of hypotension. Next drug is methyl-dopam. This is the structure of methyl-dopam. This medication used for high blood pressures. It is one of the drug preferred in the treatments for high blood pressures in the pregnancy period. Next drug is clonidine. This is the clonidine. It is having two chlorine atoms at these positions and it is having the amino bridge. Clonidine is a centrally acting alpha agonist hypotensive agent. Clonidine treats high blood pressure by decreasing the heart rate and relaxing the blood vessels so that blood flow more easily throughout the body. Next drug is dobutamine. This is the structure of the dobutamine. It is used to treat acute but potentially reversible heart failures such as which occurs during the cardiac surgery or in cases of septic or cardiogenic shock on the basis of its positive inotropic action. Dobutamine can be used in cases of congestive heart failure to increase the cardiac output. Next one is isoproterenol. This is the structure of isoproterenol. Also known as isoprenaline, it is a non-selective beta-adrenoreceptor agonist. This drug used for the treatment of bradycardia, that means it decreases the heart rate, and heart block, and rarely for asthma treatment. It contains isopropylamine moiety at the end. So we can tell as isopropylamine analog of epinephrine is the isoproterenol. Next one is terbutaline. This is the structure of the terbutaline. It is a beta agonist agent. It is used to prevent and treat the wheezing, shortness of the breath and chest tightness caused by the asthma, chronic bronchitis and emphysema. It works by relaxing and opening the airways, making it easier to breathe. Next structure is salbutamol. This is the structure of the salbutamol. It is used to relieve the symptoms of asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease such as coughing, wheezing and feeling the breathless. It works by relaxing the muscles of the airways into the lungs, which makes it easier to breathe. Next drug is bitalterol. This is the structure of the bitalterol. It is a diester sympathomimetic amine and it is a short-acting beta-2 adrenergic receptor agonist agent. And mainly it is used as a bronchodilator agent. Bitalterol is a very important drug. It is an ester prodrug. It is hydrolyzed by esterases to give the active metabolite that is cholesterol. Cholesterol is nothing but N-tertiary butyl ortirenol. Cholesterol selectively binds to receptors and activates the especially beta-2 adrenergic receptors in the branchiolar smooth muscle, thereby causing the stimulation of adenyl cyclase, the enzyme that catalyzes the conversion of adenosine triphosphate to cyclic 3,5 adenosine monophosphate. Because of the increasing levels of the cyclic AMP, it causes the relaxation of the branchial smooth muscle. This increases the airflow and prevents the bronchospasms and may eventually lead to an improvement of the airway function. Next drug is nefazoline. Nefazoline, oxymetazoline both are having the imidazoline basic nucleus, important for the alpha-1 selectivity. Nefazoline, it is a 2-aralkyl imidazolines and it comes under alpha-1 agonist agent. Nefazoline is a decongestant agent. It is used to relieve the redness, puffiness and itchy watering of the eyes due to colds, allergies and eye irritations. And it is known as a sympathomimetic agent that works in the eye to decrease the congestion. Next one is oxymetazoline. This is the structure of oxymetazoline. Oxymetazoline nasal spray is used to relieve the nasal discomfort caused by colds, allergies, and hay fever. It is also used to relieve the sinus congestion and pressure. Oxymetazoline nasal spray should not be used to treat children younger than the 6 years of the age unless it is recommended by the doctor. Next one is xylometazoline. This is the structure of xylometazoline, and this medication is used for temporary relief for the congestion of the nose caused by the various conditions including common cold, sinusitis, hay fever, allergies. It works by narrowing the blood vessels in the nose area, reducing the swelling and congestion. Next one is hydroxyamphetamine. This is the structure of hydroxyamphetamine. Hydroxyamphetamine is an indirect acting sympathomimetic amine with adrenergic property. Hydroxyamphetamine, when applied topically to the eye, it stimulates and releases the norepinephrine from the postganglionic adrenergic nerves, resulting in the stimulation of both alpha and beta receptors. Alpha stimulatory effects includes dilation of the pupil, increased flow of aqueous humor, and vasoconstriction, whereas beta stimulatory effects include relaxation of the ciliary muscle and decreased the production in aqueous humor. Next drug is propylhexedrine. This is the structure of propylhexedrine, and it is a propylamine derivative with sympathomimetic property. Propylhexedrine binds to and activates the alpha adrenergic receptors in the mucosa of the respiratory tract. Thereby, it mimics the actions of the norepinephrine and epinephrine. This results in vasoconstriction and reduces swelling and inflammation of the mucous membrane linings. Therefore, it relieves the nasal and sinus congestion. Next one is ephedrine. Ephedrine, it is available two forms, SR and or S forms, and ephedrine has two asymmetric centers. These are the asymmetric centers of the ephedrine. Ephedrine can form four optical active isomers because it is having the two asymmetric carbon atoms. These are erythroracemic mixture is called ephedrine and thiouracemate is known as pseudoephedrine. Natural ephedrine is an a D- isomer and it is most active of the four isomers. Ephedrine and its salts are usually used as orally, intravenously, intramuscularly, topically for various conditions such as allergic disorders, colds, hypotensive conditions and narcolepsy. And it is used locally to constrict the nasal mucosa and cause the decongestion and to dilate the pupil or the bronchi. Systemically, it is effective for the treatment of asthma, hay fever and urticaria. Next one is metarminol. This is the structure of the metarminol. Metarminol is a member of the class of phenylethanolamine, and that is 2-amino 1-phenyl ethanol substituted by a methyl group at the second position and phenolic hydroxy group at the first position. It is used in the treatment of hypotension. It has a role as an alpha adrenergic agent and sympathomimetic agent and vasoconstrictor agent. If you like this video, subscribe this channel, like and share to your friends. Thank you.